What's up, Theo?
How you doing? How you doing,
How you
Justin?
doing, bro?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for having me on the live.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about your tournament coming up, man.
So the golden tickets have been going, are starting to go out. Shampoo got one. Julio got the other one. Baseball Chris is getting one. Timbo is getting another one. Los and Tavo are getting another one. Um,
What about
Bolo,
last year's champions?
last year champions are Colleen and the Assassin. They are holders of the defending champions. They're more than welcome to come, and it's gonna be a good day. I want to make it into a family event. Something that you could bring your wife or your parents, and not worry about dudes smoking up right there in the courts. You know what I mean?
You're
Um,
asking for a lot because these guys, that's kind of what they do.
no, I get
You
it.
know,
I
it's
get
it's
it.
hard. It's hard to get them to stop a habit like that. We've tried, but I like that. I like your thought process. I hope it works.
Well, we had it for a couple of times. I don't think that you ever made it to one of our Masonic events, but they respect the game and they respect the rules. I never had to DQ anybody for smoking on the court. When they're gonna smoke, they go all the way outside. I gotta give it to the players, man. They're gentlemen and scholars on that day, and that's what handballs should be about. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so the golden tickets are going now. It's 16 teams, right? Invitational,
correct.
open doubles. Um, and prize money is guaranteed, right? Like you get it from.
Well, it's $50 a man. It's 100% payout. It's $1,000 for first place, $400 for second place, and $200 for third place. You're getting free shirts that are provided by Q Flores. That those are sponsored, and let me tell you, 36 shirts, they're not cheap
Nope.
because they're sweat proof, and they're the highest quality we could get. We have two Lifetime Achievement Awards recipients. One is Rookie, uh, one of the greatest players that ever lived, and the other one is Timbo. This is the first time that Lifetime Award recipient is playing in the tournament.
Yeah,
So, Timbo is still Timbo.
yeah.
you
Playing
know,
good ball right now too. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, he lost a lot of weight, so his dedication is paying off right now.
So here's a question for you. Let's say Jenny Q doesn't want to play versus Duck Sam. Would you play Duck Sam singles?
Of course,
Really?
yeah,
You think you could beat him?
I think I could beat him. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it my best. You know what I mean?
I mean, I like that. So, maybe we'll have that as a reserve game just in case Jenny says she doesn't want no part of it.
How old is he? How old is Doug Sam?
I mean, it's father versus son, man. I'm pretty sure y'all related somewhere down the line, man. I don't know
Uh,
what it is.
I'll be honest with you. As a 40-year-old man, you know what I mean. I don't have that many singles in me. You know what I mean. I could play doubles all day. I play against top eight teams. Um, for money. I don't care. I just want to play. But
I
in
mean, listen, you
singles, it's
got
a little
over a
hard.
month to train with Davo to play Duck Sam.
But this is the thing, a lot of people think that Tavo trains me. Tavo doesn't train me. Tavo trains my son.
So
Uh,
you better be recording like this with the big joint, with the big thing, right? And studying.
you
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 got
know
over a
who
month. Look,
you know
look,
who
there are people on here saying they're betting on you. So the crowd is behind you.
Well, I tell you one thing. The person that has improved my game for me to be in the, to the mid B's for my low C has been Mix.
Well, Mig said he likes you over Duck Sam.
Yeah, Mix has definitely helped me to improve my game. He has never charged me a red cent. All he wants is for you to go to Braddock or Averill, and he'll play you left to two. He'll play you straight out, and I'm a big believer that when you play top players, your game improves so much more.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and um I hope that even if Jenny does show up, that we could get a game for you that day. Now, listen, maybe that'll be the day. It'll be you and Baseball Chris versus me and Colleen, because you think you got that game too.
Oh man, I would love to play you against Kylie. I mean, you're not a slacker. A lot of people might think that, you know, your game is not up there, but I seen you play in the last Buddha, and I saw you diving. I saw you killing the ball. I saw you putting it all out there in the court, and I was very, very impressed. And Kylie could carry anybody. Jesus Christ, the gorilla, he could do it. But
Your screen froze for some reason, so it went black. I'm looking at. Oh, okay, you're back. You're back. There you go.
yeah, I said like Kylie could carry anybody,
Listen,
anybody.
can I tell you something? Me and Colleen played probably 10 games together. We only lost one.
Wow.
It was the very first game we ever played together. It was versus Josh Garcia and Paulie, and we lost 21-17. So I play good with Colleen, man.
Good, good. I like, a lot of handball players are looking for the easy games. They're looking for the, I'm gonna get paid games. Me, I'm looking for games that I could lose.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. For
I,
me, I look for fair. I look for fair games. I want a fair game. Now, my gauge on what's fair and what's not is a little off because I kind of rank myself pretty low. So whenever like a tough game is coming, I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem fair. But my partners usually have confidence in me, and we pull it out. Who does that for me out here a lot is Kevin
oh
Calero.
wow.
Yeah. And lately it's been Thor. Me and Thor play a lot. But before Thor was Kevin. And Kevin will put me in games, yo, Theo, no lie, bro. That I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And I'll look to the side. I'm like, there's five other people that you could play this game with.
And
And
you
he's like,
choosing
nah.
me.
He's like, nah, it's me and you. And I'm like, all right, come on.
Well, like
Yeah, so
I have played against Gio and Tavo with Pasmino. We did pretty good. I have played with Paulie against the Surfers, and we did pretty good. Because being out here in New York, this is the mecca of handball.
yeah.
Um, but Philly's very, very close, and Florida is right up there. You guys in Florida are nasty and crazy. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're crazy out here. That's for sure.
yeah, it's like, after, Florida versus the world, I went to explore around the neighborhood, and I drove, and there was some parts in Florida that, I'm from El Salvador. They looked at just as bad, bro. You know?
No, no, no. It definitely happened. So no, I do agree with you. But look, like you said, New York is the Mecca. One thing that you guys have the automatic advantage of is the luxury of playing any level of game whenever you want. All it takes for you is a little travel. So that's good. I mean, I'm glad to hear you getting better. Miggs did say him and you versus me and Colleen. I know Miggs wants that game because I tell you, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't get nervous. I don't get nervous in handball anymore. My nerves are just, again, my expectation for my game is low. But what I will say is only once did someone get in my head, and it was Miggs. And it was at a AB. It was at a AB in Connecticut, and I was playing with Bito. And it was Miggs and his father-in-law, Larry, versus me and Bito. And we were winning like 19-13 or 19-14. And I missed a shot, right? And I was in my head, right? I was like, damn, yo, he looked right at me. It's on camera. He looked right at me and said, oh, yeah, I got you.
That's
Tore
it.
me up. Tore me up. I was nervous to hit any shot at that point. Now, I wasn't nervous where my heart was racing or like my arms went dead. I wasn't like that, but I didn't know what to do. When he said, "Oh, I got you," I felt it. Like he was in here talking. I got you. Like right here in the palm of my hand. So we ended up losing that game 21-19. We did not score again.
Well, I could tell you one thing. After playing in so many tournaments, I got MVP in the sweet and sour at Grand Street.
Yeah,
I played with Terminator, and that was our first time playing together. I had won tournaments with with guys that I never played with. Um, but what I found is that when you get into this zone, you don't even realize what the score is. You know what I mean? I remember that we were playing Dre and J Lo, and Taiwan was in their ear. You know what I mean? Trying to coach them and like what any anybody wants. And I got really upset about that.
yeah,
And I started like using that to my advantage. I was like, yeah, they need the number one player in the world to tell them what to do. And I
yeah,
started kicking garbage cans, hitting the gate, you know what I mean? And we won that game. But I don't remember the score. Like I blinked, it was already like 18-12 or something like that. And it was only when we got point game that I got a little nervous because you want to close it out.
yeah,
You don't want the other team to make a epic comeback on you. But most of the time, I don't even know the score.
yeah.
I don't get nervous no more.
No, yeah, I hear you. I mean, listen, I'm similar. I kind of zone out. I don't hear background noise when I'm playing. But unfortunately, part of my zone is I only hear my partner, the ref, and my two opponents. That's the only people I hear. And in this case, Miggs was my opponent. So when he said it to me, I was like, there was no unhearing it. I was like, fuck.
This
Like he
motherfucker,
found me. He found me.
you
Yeah,
know.
that was it was rough. It was rough. It was rough. But
I tell
yeah,
you, one player that I really dislike playing against, not because they're bad, because is like anything that you hit, they're killing. Is was actually too. That team is really nasty. It's Taiwan Cook and Nasty Nas. I love it. Boom, roller. I hit it to the left, roller. I hit it to the right, roller. Until they miss, it's very very difficult to play against those teams. But the more I play them, the more points I score. So I like to look for those type of games. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Baseball, Chris and me, we beat the European champions in Florida.
yeah,
It was a money game. I like the reason I like playing with him is because he's not that type of partner to be like, what the fuck you doing? Stop hitting it out. Like, he's not a Los or somebody like that, you know what I mean? And they do it out of love because they're trying to motivate you. But me and him, it could be 15-1 and we're not worried.
yeah.
So he's a good guy, man. I really like playing against him. I'm with him.
So July 27th, man. That's gonna be the day.
Sam better start working out because if Jenny Q don't show up, I'll make some people money.
Yo, Sam. So if Jenny Q don't come, you're gonna play Theo Vic in singles, right, Duck Sam?
Next
And
generation,
Toro.
baby.
Yeah, baby. Toro, I saw
That's
your
it.
thing. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Saeed said, I carried this old fuck to the promised land and I can't even get a shot out. That's crazy.
Well, that tournament that we won, it was an Ichi tournament. For first place, we got $300 to split between me and him. That's a full bracket. He could tell you Jenny Q had us 18-9. Jenny Q and the twin.
Oh, I remember that. I stopped watching. I thought you lost. I
Yeah.
literally stopped watching.
And Saeed was focusing on lobbing the ball and hitting it with power to the middle. And Handball of the Americas did a reel. And, in the middle of the reel, you hear me telling him, F that. You know what I mean? Shoot your shots. I don't care if you hit the floor, but we gotta play hard. And I believe the twin says something, and I used that to motivate me, and I scored 4 points straight, and they never got off 18. And that
Nice.
was from the quarters to no, that was the semifinals to go to the finals. And then in the finals, we left the team at 4. So it was a
Yo,
good win for no
Goose.
man.
I see what you got. Listen, so we're gonna play July 27th. We're gonna set up games, doubles games with me and you, singles games, you and Duck Sam. Sent. I saw what you say. You want to play me single? I don't play singles, man. Doubles though, you got whatever. You and Sam Clutch versus me and Colleen. Sent. Let me know. But Theo, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining.
It's an honor.
I'll see you soon, brother.
Before I go, I just wanted to always tell you, Justin, thank you so much for doing this. You're always entertaining and informative, and you're the voice of handball. So, like, what better platform for me to, give a shout out to the Masonic and to my coach Miggy, and even to my boy Tabito. He's one of my best friends. So, thank you.
I appreciate it, brother. And tell Tavo I'm gonna get him on one of these lives one day because people want to hear from him. It's not tell him it's not an interview. He could just talk. It's
Well,
not an interview. We just want to hear him.
you're gonna have plenty opportunity on the next Florida versus the world because he's coming down there with me.
He's gonna come.
Yeah, he's coming with me.
It's a great weekend. You told him, right? It's a great weekend.
Yeah, like one of the things I always tell players, I wish that our we could make a living out of this sport, like basketball players.
Yeah,
That's my ultimate dream. That's why I do everything that I do. You know what I mean? That's why I do the Masonic tournament. That's how come I try to lead by example. Because maybe my son wants to make a living in this sport, and that's the dream.
yeah,
We're not there yet, but God willing, we'll get there.
yeah. Absolutely.
All right, my brother. Have a good one. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, so I'm gonna hang up now.